Hey guys, welcome to another driving test route. So we're back at Sheffield Middlewood Driving Test Center, and today we're going to be driving through test route number 5. So let us see what we can observe from this route. Now, keep in mind again, this is just to help you have an idea what to expect on the road, and maybe perhaps how to approach some of the situations you might come across on your test. So yep, today is Saturday, the is it the 11th, the 12th of November 2022, and the time is 1:19 in the afternoon, so 13:19, and the test center is actually open at the moment. So yeah, in case you have your test at this time on a Saturday, then this might be useful for you. So yep, let's get going and then see what we can learn from it. All right, so right there is the test center to my right, and I'm not sure if that's actually a test coming out or not. But like I said earlier on, the test center is actually open, so there are some tests going on today. All right, back in the road. So if you've watched the other episodes before this, then you are probably aware of this road by now. And you probably know my opinion coming out into this road. So the road is 30 miles an hour. Make progress accordingly. Don't drive just because the speed limit says 30. So you've got to get to 30. You should be doing that if it's safe to do so. All right, something's going wrong. There you go. Now remind yourself the importance of checking your mirrors. If you're driving on a straight road, look up into your interior mirror every now and then, maybe 8 to 10 seconds. So that you're aware of what's going around you. And remember your side mirrors is not a crime. I mean, if you look to your side mirror for 2 seconds while you're going straight, that's not going to move your car away. So relax. The car only moves and changes direction if you steer while you're looking away. Or of course, if you look too long and then the road ahead of you is bending or changing. So right here, I'm just slowing down because the grey car in front is slightly, and look out for that man there. The grey car was slightly in my lane, so I just hold back for him to leave the lane, and then I can make progress. And remember, when you see pedestrians like that man there, be wary. I would hold back a bit, check your mirror. If you can actually keep away from that side, then you should be doing that just in case. But keep an eye on that pedestrian and prepare to stop. Okay. Okay, so I'm coming into a right hand bend. Keep to my right, keep to my left, just to make sure I'm creating enough space for oncoming vehicles, if it's safe. If I've got the space. So at the traffic light, I am going to be turning left. Now I'm keeping in mind the entrance to the petrol station there, so that I don't signal too early and then someone might think I'm turning into this station here. So there are 2 lanes turning left, so I'm using the left one. Now, could I have used the right one? It wouldn't have been a problem considering there's a traffic on the left, but I wouldn't want to be in that lane, because then once I pass that light, the vehicles are going to move in quite fast, and I don't want to be in a situation where I'm worrying to come back to the left. So for that reason, I will be staying here. And don't forget, the other thing is when you're at traffic light, use that time to look around and observe, especially if you can see the road you're turning into. You want to kind of use the opportunity to plan yourself, look into the road you're turning into, and see if there is anything you need to keep in mind. Don't wait until you actually start turning into the road before you know what's happening there. Because then this way you're not going to be preparing ahead of these things. So look out, look ahead, look around you while you're waiting there. And sometimes you get into traffic light where there are 2 sets of lights for vehicles going straight and maybe vehicles turning right. And then because you're not planning and looking, sometimes you actually don't know which light is yours until the light changes, and then you almost make a move to the light that actually isn't yours. So keep that in mind. It's happened a couple of times as well with learners when doing lessons. Okay, so there's traffic ahead from the traffic light, so I'm going to start easing off, start reducing speed in good time, so that the stopping is safe and smooth. And then there's a yellow box junction as well just before the bridge. So even when the traffic is moving across that box, I still would be keeping in mind just in case there's traffic continuing after the box. So the whole point is making sure that I can actually go past that box without stopping on the box. Now I'm going to be turning right ahead in 460 yards. So from this point, I'm going to start making my plan. So if I just stay here until it's clear, I might never get a chance. So I'm going to signal now. So someone might just understand I want to change lane and might give me away. But if not, I'll just keep reducing the speed. So the silver car here seems to be slowing down for me, so I would go in. Now, how did I know that? Now, the gap in between the black car and the silver car wasn't actually closing, so it kept the same gap, which can happen when someone is just holding back to give you that gap to go in. So you've got to understand when that's happening, and sometimes it would keep increasing. So if that gap is closing, then they're not giving you way. So I'll slow down more in that case. Okay, so I'm just looking out for a safe gap. It looks like a safe gap is going to be, oh no, it's changed. The black car is coming. Okay, black car is turning, reducing speed, so that gives me a safe gap to go through. And off I go. So I could have gone right in the middle of that hump, but because of the car coming towards me, trying to, center as well, I will be getting too close. So because of that, I just rather slow down and just climb over the hump slowly. Okay, signal left, mirror check done. Roundabout is clear, and off I go. And then make progress once you've moved on. Okay, so it's a big vehicle. The space is not going to be safe enough, so I'll just hold back and then continue after that. Don't forget, if you wait for the bus, don't then sit there even while all the other cars come through. Now, I only waited because the bus is bigger, so which is going to give me less room. Okay, and I'm going to be turning right after this road. Oh, sorry, second road ahead, so after this one. Okay. Don't forget your positioning. So I'm turning right. I'm going to be waiting just right when my mirror is in line with the center line for the road I'm joining, because that's where my lane starts. And don't fail to recognize the speed sign there, which is 20 miles per hour. Okay, car's giving me away, so I'll continue. And I'm turning left over here. So let me know if this works. I'm just trying to speak up my mind, or speak my mind out, so you, instead of narrating it, if that makes sense. Am I making sense? So instead of narrating what I'm doing, I'm just actually speaking my thoughts out. Or could that be called narrating as well? But yeah, don't know. So I'm going to be turning right, and then actually not turning right, it's a bend, so there's no signal needed. Yeah. Keep an eye on the pedestrian. So I'm turning left and then right. Okay, so speed is slowing down. It's fine. So don't forget, when people are signaling, okay, give way to the pedestrian approaching. When people are signaling to turn left, don't forget to double check and make sure that they're actually reducing speed before you take that move. Oops. So watch out, that car's got the reverse light on. Okay, it's fine. It's nice to see some new buildings that comes with electric car charging built in from the scratch. That's how it should be now, since we're all supposed to be moving into the world of electric. That's nice to see. So this road is now 30, by the way, so that's why I'm driving over 20. Look out, this man is reversing, or this lady is reversing, but she's not looking towards my side. So this is how you've got to be aware of what people are doing, just in case she continues and not stop, then at least I would have been prepared for it. So I'm going to be going second exit at the roundabout, so I've got to go, so I'm off. Actually, I said second, that's third exit. And then mirror signal right, because in the next roundabout I am turning right. Okay, obstruction ahead, mirror check is fine, so I'm gonna go past. Just enough space that I need to go past without, running too far into the right lane unnecessarily. So coming into this road, there is no speed sign. So that means the 30 still continues on this road. This is actually not a bad test route. Not bad. Seems calm. So I've got an obstruction ahead of me. Right mirror is clear, ahead is clear, so just proceed gently again. So again, I didn't need to leave my lane there because the space was big enough, but I still had to come a bit quite close to that line. So keep that in mind if there was a vehicle approaching, because then if that car is close to the center line as well, then you might just want to hold back until the car passes you. Now you want to be careful at this bend, lean forward. Okay, that's a car coming. Make sure before you proceed you're looking forward, because you've got this space here is also clear on the right. Okay, and it's fine ahead. So I go through again and that's fine. So vehicle approaching, reversing, so driver has stopped, so I can continue. If that driver continued there, I would have waited and just stopped. Da, da, da. Okay, it's good to go. Now be aware of cars turning to your left, because when they start moving, they would move a bit close to you, so you might want to just move slowly and slightly to your left, just to, create a bit of safe gap away from them. So don't forget, look into the road you're turning into before you turn, so that you are aware if there's any obstruction in the road you're turning to. The obstruction ahead of me is off the gas. Alright, it's clear ahead and clear on the right. Door is open ahead of me, so I'm gonna just slow down. It's a disabled pedestrian, so I'm gonna just hold up here a bit and just give her time, because she's more vulnerable. Okay, and then now I can just pass gently. Okay, and keep in mind you're coming into a left-hand bend here. Be aware of cars that might be approaching. They might not necessarily be positioned well, so keep this in mind and lean forward. Okay, I can see through the back of these cars approaching. Okay, it's giving away. Okay, same thing. No cars approaching. Clear both sides and no one crossing across the road, so it's good to go as well. I feel quite uncomfortable the way I'm sitting today. I don't know why. Alright, so we've got another junction here. It's clear. Okay, now be aware of this junction. If that car was closer, I would wait. So we've got a stop junction here, so you've got to make sure you actually come to a full stop at this sign. This is the first one I'm seeing on Middlewood test route, so even if it's clear, you've got to stop. So I'll just stop here and count about 3 seconds. Okay, yep, and move on. I mean, I've had tests where someone has come through this stop junction without stopping fully to a complete stop, and wasn't failed for it. But remember, the point is someone else could fail you for that. The rule is you should be stopping at a stop junction. You should come to a complete stop. Nice. So here is a national speed limit zone, so make progress safely. So if it's safe enough, then you should be making progress accordingly. So at the moment, I think it's safe enough to just be about this speed. It's about 34, 35-ish. Maybe not for you, but for me, that's fine. But I think a learner should be able to get up to this speed at this situation. In this condition. So at the moment, the road is dry, it's not raining, it's not snowing, it's not icy. Right, this is tricky, so make sure you lean forward to see better at this junction. I think that's one of the things you might have to deal with on this route. Many of the junctions, you have to be a bit more careful. Lean forward to improve your visibility at the junction, and be careful of the front of your bonnet or the front of your car becoming an obstruction to vehicles passing on the main road. So don't let your car go over that giveaway line, especially when there's a car passing you or coming to pass. It's a nice view. Okay, so bear in mind we're still in the national speed zone, so this is still 60. But that junction you saw 30 there, that was just if you were turning right, then that side would have been 60 miles maximum speed limit. Now you notice I'm still driving about 30 miles an hour because that's what I feel safe enough at the moment. Okay, so keep an eye on that car, it's not moving, so I can continue. So remind yourself, it's not a race to meet the speed limit. Because it's 60 doesn't mean you should be doing 60. So we've got 40 ahead, but I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing anyways. Nothing changes so far. Okay, I can come off now. Okay, the pedestrians are not moving and we've got 30 ahead. So here you've got to make sure by the time you get to this sign, you are actually at 30 miles an hour or less. Okay, it's clear on the right. Look ahead now to see if there's any oncoming vehicle that I might have to consider before making my decision there. Okay, now I can relax. Okay, so here you can only turn left, so you don't really need a left signal. But if you do, but if you did, it's not a big deal, but you don't really need it. It's not necessary. Sometimes people would signal where you don't need to, and then you worry about it. That's fine. Just make sure if you're signaling when it's unnecessary, make sure at least that signal is not confusing someone else. Keep that in mind. So don't forget, zebra crossing ahead, look around it, see if anyone is approaching that you might need to stop for. Okay, truck is reversing into the road, so interior mirror, start reducing speed and prepare to stop. So they're almost clear. I'm just gonna wait for him to finish. There you go. Now I can continue, and we've got a 50-mile-per-hour zone ahead, so make sure you get to the sign before you cross the 30. And then now I can make progress. Now this 50 is actually much safer to make progress than that national speed zone. This is very, very common in the countryside. So yeah, I have the same thing with Bishop Stortford. That test center is crazy. So if you're gonna consider doing that test center, check those videos out because you want to know what you're getting yourself into. You must be very confident to go to Bishop Stortford because the roads are very narrow, very bendy, and yeah, it's crazy. So here is 40, so I'm still below 40, so I do not need to worry. I'm probably coming towards the end of the test route actually. So this is how quick it can get. So this is episode 5, almost done, just like that. I'm just a couple of yards away from the test center. So yep, If this is your route, this is all it is. Just relax and you'll be fine. You will be just fine. Just fine. So remember guys, if you have any questions regarding any of the roads we've come across on the route, then just leave a comment. Leave a comment below and I'll try my best to get back to you. So there you go, right there is our road. Watch that black car coming out. There you go. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the route. So episode 5 is just this short, and this is really all you've got to do. So I'm gonna get straight on episode 6 so we can at least get 2 test routes today. But yeah, that's really it. So please, if you find it useful, then don't forget to click the like button. It would definitely help the algorithm for the algorithm. Anyways, so if you like this, it's gonna just help other learners see these videos, and if other learners see these videos, then more people watch these videos, then the better for the channel. So keep this in mind. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.